Hello and welcome to Pokemon Yellow! Now I know this doesn't look like Pokemon Yellow, but there is a reason I am on Pokemon Stadium. That is because this is a special playthrough. It's going to be Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Stadium side by side. Now for those who don't know, Pokemon Stadium was a game released for the N64, which you can bring your Pokemon Yellow, Red, and Blue characters into, or your Pokemon into, and you can use them in 3D for a bunch of purposes. So throughout the playthrough, I'm going to be going back and forth between the two games, and I think it's going to be pretty awesome. But anyways, one more important thing is that right here I have an N64 controller, and there's this thing that came with Pokemon Stadium, the transfer pack, which allows me to plug my Pokemon Yellow cartridge into it. So I'm actually going to be playing Pokemon Yellow in Pokemon Stadium, so that's pretty fancy. And this is how I record my Let's Plays, just so you know. So, let's go back over to here. And what do you say we actually get into the game itself? So what we do is we go into the stadium here, Pokemon Stadium, and over on the right side, we have the Game Boy Tower. And I'll be going over all these other things in the actual Pokemon Stadium Let's Play, which I'll upload part 1 of today. But for Pokemon Yellow, we're going to go right into Game Boy Tower. Now this one will allow us to pick our cartridge. We'll plug that in. And here we go. It's going to transfer the data over to here. And it's going to be mega fancy. Oh yeah. So it's just pulling in all the data. There's going to be a little bit of an intro cutscene, which I'll let you guys watch. It'll also give us this border, which my thing's going to digivolve here. Boop, 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 boom. So suddenly, no border. But I'll be right back, guys. That voice quality. Alright guys, now that we are actually in Pokemon Yellow after that random and haphazard intro, so what exactly is Pokemon Yellow? Back in 1998, Pokemon Red and Blue were released. They were the first introduction to the US for these crazy Pokemon games, which became a huge phenomena. But Pokemon Yellow was released in 1999, and it was based off of the anime. So as you can probably tell, it was more based around Pikachu, and some of the things follow the actual Pokemon anime that aired around the time as well. So let's go ahead and get right in and get started. I'm going to be changing a couple settings here first. We got to make the text speed fast. Very important. Whoa, that's weird. I'm going to leave the sound on mono. Don't worry about print or all these other things. I'm just going to leave those as they are. And let's start a new game. Let's get our adventure started. Hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Professor. This world is inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for fights. Myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. First, what is your name? And of course, guys, I'm going to go with my name here. I'm just going to go with Psycho, keeping things real simple. Ba-boom. Ba-boom. Psycho. Did I spell that right? Yeah, I did. Alright. Right, so your name is Psycho. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. What's his name? Professor Oak. Alright, man. Okay, so I just had people vote on Twitter what the name would be for the rival. It came down, it was almost this. This was almost the name, but turns out after a vote, the winner is going to be Thomas. So based off of Thomas from Goat Simulator, he was our hero there. Now he's my rival in Pokemon Yellow. Oh boy. His name is Thomas. Hooray! Psycho! Your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. And we get shrunk down. I don't know if we ever get to see our full-size sprite from the front like that. No, we do. Don't, spoilers, I think we get to see that again. Anyways, Psycho is playing the SNES. Okay, it's time to go. I actually have a Super Nintendo still. I got it when I was like 5 or 6 years old for my birthday, and it still works. But here, if we go over to our computer, in this game, the PC can store items digitally, and it just so happens one of the items happens to be in there right from the start, so we can go ahead and grab that. There's a movie on TV. 4 boys are walking on railroad tracks. I better go too. I've always wondered about that. I've never really done any research into what's on TV, but I think that's a reference to some movie. I'm not exactly sure. So I just said goodbye to our mom there, and let's go out on our adventure. just so you guys know, we are currently 10 years old. That's kind of, well, I think we're 10. I don't actually know what's the story of this game. In the anime, the character's 10 years old, but it's just standard fashion for Pokemon. Kids at 10 years old go off on adventures with monsters and stuff. That's how it works. This here is the famous technology is awesome guy. I'm pretty sure every generation of Pokemon has a character that mentions how cool technology is. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and go on our adventure. Oop. Gosh darn it. Professor Oak! Yeah, of course, he's not gonna let us just go. We don't exactly have any Pokemon yet, so if we go out and get attacked by monsters, probably not gonna be the best thing. Yo, it's Pikachu! Even though, oddly enough, you can't actually find a Pikachu in this area, so I'm not sure how he did it. I guess Professor Oak kinda uses cheat codes. But, there we go. He caught a Pikachu. I'm pretty sure that in every version of Pokemon, you cannot catch Pikachu here. So I don't exactly know how they explain that. But yeah, as he says, random Pokemon or wild Pokemon will appear in these tall patches of grass. I know a lot of you probably have already played Pokemon, but some people haven't, so I'm going to try to go through things and explain things as I go. So if you've never seen a Pokemon game before, then you're going to be just fine following along. And if you've played a whole bunch, hopefully I can still show you some things you might not have seen before, or you'll just enjoy the journey as we go. Okay, here we have Thomas. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Ah, so impatient. Thomas, why are you here already? I said for you to come by later. Wow, he's so impatient he just stops by whenever he wants. Ah, whatever, just wait there. Look, Psycho, do you see that... Oh, on the table, right, yeah, that one, I see it. It's called the Pokeball. It holds a Pokemon inside. You may have it, go on, take it. Yeah, I think that Thomas is a little bit upset. But it's okay. He's gonna give him the ball too. Alright, old man. Let's just go and take our ball here. Oh, gosh darn it, Thomas! Yeah, he's a little too impatient. He's just gonna kick us out the way and steal it for himself. Oh, man. Oh, well. Yeah, even Oak is upset with him at that one. I'm probably gonna end up reading some of the text, and some of it I'll just let you guys read on your own. I think it'll probably get a little annoying if I voice act every line of dialogue in the game. Well, I guess we'll just have to get something else. What do you got for me, Professor Oak? Oh, the Pokemon you caught earlier, of course! Well, as you can probably assume, considering Pikachu is plastered all over the title screen and everything, we do indeed get a Pikachu, and I am going to give him a nickname. The nicknames are actually kind of significant, just due to the way I'm going to handle this Let's Play with the crossover between this and Pokemon Stadium. It's not a huge deal, but I will go over that quite a bit later. But anyways, I'm going to name my Pikachu Thor, the God of Thunder. How do you feel about your Pokemon, Thomas? Ha! My Pokemon looks a lot stronger. Yeah, whatever, I'm just going to get out of here. No! Of course, you always have to have a battle with the rival. So, let's have a battle, test out our Pokemon, we'll see what he got. Of course, we have our Pikachu, which is at level 5. Thomas wants to fight. This is a 1v1 battle, and he has Eevee. A lot of people who know Pokemon know that this is a really interesting one, and I'm not going to spoil that for anyone who's new to the game, but I will go in more detail on that later in the game. But just trust me, Eevee is a very unique and very interesting Pokemon. However, this rival battle right here can be quite difficult, but luckily we got a critical hit, which means we'll do extra damage. We have a chance to do that. He's constantly using Tail Whip, which is lowering my defense. But if they don't kill me, I think I'll be set. Oh, uh-oh, this might one-shot me because all those defense downs. Ooh, one thing I have to mention, guys. Critical hits will completely ignore defense down. And in this case, he lowered my defense a bunch. And because he got a critical hit, he actually did not get the benefits of lowering my defense. So that critical hit was actually in my favor. And we learned Tail Whip for ourselves, so we leveled up level 6 here. Normally getting a critical hit and ignoring the stat changes are good because say they use an attack that lowers, or they use a move that lowers your attack stat. Then you go ahead and get a critical, and it avoids your attack getting nerfed, so you'll do full damage. But in that case it worked in my favor because it just ignored him lowering my defense. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm not the best at explaining things, but there we go. What? Would you look at that? It's odd, but it appears that your Pikachu dislikes Pokeballs. You should just keep it with you. That should make it happy. You can talk to it and see how it feels about you. Okay. How do you feel about me, Pikachu? I don't think he likes me very much, guys. We'll talk to a few characters here. Professor Oak is the authority on Pokemon. I'm just gonna do the same voice for every character. I don't even care that she's female. Hello? I study Pokemon as Professor Oak's aide. And you know what? Jerk, I'm not gonna talk to you. Hey, don't you look at me like that. I'm just going to ignore him because I can. So now that we actually have a Pokemon, let me make sure he's actually healed up here. And he is, so we got healed up after that battle. Let's go on our own adventure. And as we've been told, we could have a chance to run into some wild Pokemon here. Hello? Hi, I work at a Pokemon Mart. It's a convenient shop, so please visit us in Viridian City. I know, I'll give you a sample. Here you go. And here we can get a free potion just for talking to this guy. But let's continue on our adventure here. Let's see. Actually, let me read this sign. Route 1, Pallet Town, to Viridian City. So yeah, this is Route 1, or Route 1, however you want to pronounce that. And it will lead to Viridian City. Hello? See those ledges along the road? It's a bit scary, but you can jump from them. You can get back to Pallet Town. Yeah, there's some ledges here. Not these rocks, but this right here. When I was a kid, I always thought these were ropes, but they are ledges that you can jump right down. So there you go. It looks like I just went through the entire zone without getting a single random encounter, so that's pretty lucky. Trainer tips, the battle moves of Pokemon are limited by their power points, PP. To replenish PP, rest your tired Pokemon at a Pokemon Center. Well, a Pokemon Center is right here, which is a place you can take your Pokemon to heal, but because I didn't get into any battles, I have no need for healing. Do I want to know about the two kinds of Caterpillar Pokemon? Sure, why not? Caterpie has no poison, but Weedle does. Watch out for its poison sting. Okay, buddy. Well, let's go check out that mart. We got a free sample for here. Hey, you came from Pallet Town! Yeah, what of it? You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Will you take it to him? Okay, how do you know I'm from Pallet Town? Do I just have like a giant sign on me that says, From Pallet Town? I don't even know. So I guess we have a delivery for Professor Oak, but I'm sure that's not important. Let's just move on. Let's just go do other things. Hello? You can't go through here. This is private property. What? What are you talking about? This is a public area. What the crud, bro? I'll fight you. So, I guess we can't go that way yet. But inside here, we actually have a Pokemon school. And in here, they'll teach you about a bunch of different things in battles. I'll go ahead and skim over them real quick, but you can press A on any of these to read them. I'll just go over what they do real quick. In the game, there are different status effects which will affect your Pokemon. Sleep will put you to sleep, and every turn you'll have a chance to wake up. While you're asleep, you can't do anything, really. Burn will half your attack stat, and it'll also do damage to you each turn. Poison will do damage to you each turn with no other side effects. Freeze is very similar to sleep, but you don't have a chance to wake up each turn. In Generation 1, the only way to get unfrozen is use an item, get hit by a fire attack, or use the Haze ability. And finally, we have Paralyze, which will lower your speed and also give you a chance to not be able to act on that turn. So that's all the status effects, or all of the main status effects in the game. So I guess we should probably go deliver that package to Professor Oak, but before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and go up here because there's something hidden. We have another potion right here. So there we go. So let's go back to Professor Oak. I was going to just cut back there, but I'm actually going to walk just in case we happen to run into some wild Pokemon. Because I would like to level up my Pikachu, or Thor I suppose, once or twice just for an upcoming battle. So I'm actually not going to take the ledges too much. That is how the ledges work, I guess. You just jump over them. But I'm going to go ahead and walk down through the grass. Hopefully get some encounters here. No encounters? Are you kidding me? Okay, there's one encounter. So on this route, we can encounter two different Pokemon, one of which is Pidgey. Pidgey, as you can probably tell by looking at it, is a bird, which is a flying type, and that happens to be weak to electricity, so we should get a super effective. And there we go, super effective. So Pokemon is highly based around rock, paper, scissors type mechanics. You have things that are weak to other things and strong against other things. And if you use a move that's strong against something, it'll do extra damage. If you use a move that's weak against something, it'll do less damage. Hey, Professor Oak, I got you a package, bro. How's your old Pokemon? I've been gone for 2 minutes. Or maybe 5 minutes, I don't know. I don't think it seems to like me, bro. Yeah, I do have something for you. Delivered Oak's parcel. There we go. Ah, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thanks, Psycho. And I don't think we ever get to learn any more information about that custom Pokeball. I kind of wish we would get to know more because there's nothing really customizable about Pokeballs in this game, so it'd be kind of cool to get to learn about that and see what exactly that custom Pokeball is. I don't know if they ever tell you about that, honestly. Ah, Thomas has returned. So he's going to ask us both to do something here. On the desk there is my Invention Pokedex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia, which is completely blank that we have to fill up on our own. So, I mean, that'd be like if I hand you a book and I tell you it's a high-tech encyclopedia, but all the pages are blank. But, oh well. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. And somehow along his way, he's managed to have a Pokedex which is completely blank. The least he could have done is given me a Pokedex that he used on his own journey that was partially full already. But, oh well. Yeah, so this is the greatest undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright. He'll borrow a town map from his sister. Tell her not to lend me one? What a jerk, dude! Yo. I'm in cahoots with his sister, though. She's totally into me. I'm sure she'll give me a map. Let's go figure that out. Let's go see. Give me a map, lady. Thomas's sister? Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Here, this will help you. Aha! Thank you very much. So that will be a town map that we can use. We can use this to look at all the different towns and areas in the game. So, very useful. And, giving her a little smooch goodbye. Yeah, she's totally into me. Not exactly sure how old Gary's sister is, but I know that I'm 10, so I think things will work out between us. But I'm just going to go ahead and walk back towards Viridian. Aha! And here we have the second Pokemon that we can actually fight here. Or that we can find on this route, which is Rattata. It's a normal type, which is weak to fighting type. Nothing really special about him. He's one of the standard, just generic Pokemon at the start. I'm not going to bother catching one or anything, but it's there if you want it. So I guess I should go over that. This is just going to be a completely jumbled mess of explanations, but any Pokemon that you find in the wild, we can add to our team. And I'll go over more next episode, but for this episode, there's one thing I want to do to cap it off, which is I'm actually going to get up here. I did not fight anywhere near as many random encounters as I expected, so my Pikachu is kind of underleveled. So let me go take a look at him. He's currently level 6, and I would actually like to get him to level 7. So I'm going to go ahead and fight a few random encounters here to do that, because it'll be very important for a battle coming up. So I'll be right back, guys. So I went ahead and leveled up my Pikachu to level 7, and I got him to around 100 experience to go to get to the next level, which is about where I want to be for the next battle. But I took some damage, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how the Pokemon Center works. We just go right to the desk here and talk to the nurse, hand her my Pokemon, and she'll heal them up. One thing I find a bit strange, though, is Pikachu hates going inside a Pokeball, but he willingly goes inside it to get healed here. In the anime, Pikachu will, like, die before going inside the Pokeball, so that's just crazy to me that he's so willing to go inside here. But anyways, let's go back over this way and do that battle that I've been talking about. It's a little bit tough, but hopefully I should be able to do it with because of my grinding. I don't plan to do much grinding in the game. I probably won't do any more after this, but in this case, I am going to do it. Now, I could have caught an extra Pokemon to help me out with this battle, but there's a very particular reason why I didn't do that, and that'll become apparent soon enough. So, did my Pokemon get any stronger? They sure did. He was just briefly talking about the Pokemon League, which is the ultimate goal for a Pokemon trainer. We have to go across the land and defeat strong trainers to become ready for that. But anyways, here we'll have to fight another Flying-type Pokemon, Spearow, which of course is going to be weak to Thunder Shock, so I'll go ahead and use that. Hopefully I can kill him in 2 or 3 shots. Oh, it's right in the middle. Please kill him in 2 shots. He tried to lower my defense with Leer, but thankfully it missed. And no, he's got 1 HP left. Come on. Oh, Leer missed again. That is so lucky. Alright, and if I planned all of my experience just right, I should gain a level from this. He gets me 111 experience, and that will get me to level 8, which is going to give me a new move called Thunder Wave, which will help out a bunch against this Eevee. This is where the fight gets really tough. But if I start off with Thunder Wave, that'll give him half speed and a chance to not act. So so that'll really help. Now he's going to use Sand Attack on me, which will lower my accuracy and make it more difficult to hit. This fight, honestly, is a lot of luck. I can pretty much just spam Thundershock. You can see right there he got stuck in paralysis. So I'm just going to use Thundershock over and over. Hope the Sand Attack doesn't make me miss. If I get low on HP, I'll use one of those potion items that I got before, which will restore 20 HP. And now he's just lowering my defense. So if he gets a tackle in, that could hurt a lot. If I get a critical... Oh no, I missed! Oh, this is going to hurt. I have to use a potion. Hopefully he'll get stuck in paralysis or use a different move. Okay, he's using Tail Whip. I've got another chance here. No, don't use an item. Let's go fight. Don't miss. Do not miss. No! Okay, he's fully paralyzed, so that turn was not wasted. A third miss in a row! And he's using Sand Attack to lower my accuracy even more. Please just hit him. Thank you! I still have to get one more unless it's criticals. No! Oh my goodness. Ugh! I can potion, or I can just try to hit him. I'm going to use the potion. I don't even care if I waste all my potions. It's fine. Don't... No, not another tackle! If I attack and I miss, I have to, because if he gets a critical, then I lose. Wait, no. I'll be fine, because if he criticals, the defense won't matter. Okay, last potion. Don't use tackle right now. Please get stuck in paralysis. Yes! Thundershock, let's go. Yeah! I don't even care that I had to waste all my potions, dude. I just won. There we go. Oh, that was really intense. Alright. So now you might be wondering... Oh, he's talking about the Pokemon League having tough trainers. That is true. That is pretty much the finale of the game. And I'm not going to do that until like episode 40 or some crud. I don't know how long this series is going to take. But anyways, guys, there's a very particular reason why I decided to fight him before catching another Pokemon. And I'm going to go back to Professor Oak's lab to show you exactly why. Back in Professor Oak's lab, now that we've defeated the rival, let's talk to him and see what he has to say. You can't get detailed data on Pokemon. I just had a brain fart. Anyways, you can't just get detailed data by seeing them. You must catch them. Use these to capture wild Pokemon. And he will give us 5 Pokeballs for free. I might have just blown your mind. You might not have known about this. A lot of people think that you can't do this in this game. It's very standard in future Pokemon games for them to just hand you 5 Pokeballs. But that is in this game as well. You just have to do a bunch of crazy stuff. I think that if you capture a Pokemon before fighting the rival, then you will not get those Pokeballs. I think that's how it works. But anyways, guys, we now have our 5 Pokeballs, so we can go capture some Pokemon. But I'm going to be doing that next time. So thank you guys very much for watching. And one quick note, this once again is going to be a playthrough of Pokemon Yellow and Stadium. So I will have 3 playlists on my channel. One of just Pokemon Yellow, one of Pokemon Stadium, and one of Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Stadium combined in chronological order of when I upload them. So, that's that, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.